Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we're looking at what's coming next. As usual, I have 3 piles for you to choose from. Choose the one that resonates with you the most. The timestamps for each pile is in the description box below. So, whenever you're ready, let's begin. Hello, pile number 1, and let's see what's coming next for you. I see a deep period of purification and healing. I feel like you've been carrying old pain, resentment, grief, and emotional heaviness for a very long time. It feels like life forced you to become someone you were never meant to be, just to survive. But what keeps coming through very strongly is this. Things are finally beginning to move. What's coming next is a powerful period of heart healing. I see you releasing a huge amount of grief you've been carrying, possibly for years, possibly for lifetimes. One thing that keeps coming through very strongly is forgiveness. Forgiving the people who hurt you, forgiving the past, forgiving yourself. Not because what happened was okay, but because you deserve to be free. Most often, forgiveness has nothing to do with the other person. It's about letting go for us to be free from that pain that we carry, You're learning to reparent the younger parts of yourself that never received the love, the safety, or the emotional support that you really needed. And little by little, you will start to feel whole again. I'm also seeing nature playing an important part in your healing. Many of you find yourself spending more time outside, around water, gardens, sunshine, forests, or peaceful places that help your nervous system finally relax. Some of you may go on a retreat, meet a spiritual teacher, explore meditation, breath work, somatic healing, and I even see plant medicine. Some of you also choose to work with plant medicine. I don't know, ayahuasca, mushrooms, there's so many, cactus, I don't know. Yeah, it could be anything, but it comes through for some of you. However, I keep seeing a huge amount of stuck emotional energy finally being released. It almost feels like you've been carrying this weight for lifetimes and now it's finally leaving your body. Huge release. One thing that keeps coming through very clearly is that this does not feel like the beginning of healing. It feels like the completion. A completion of a healing process that has already been going on, unfolding for quite some time. I honestly, and I'm getting goosebumps as I'm saying this, I feel like you're approaching the end of a major chapter in your life. You've been walking through the fire for a long time, and you're finally emerging as a completely different version of yourself. This purification that you're going through also brings an activation of your spiritual gifts. Some of you are stepping into the role of a healer, a guide, a teacher, a shaman, or simply someone who helps others through their own transformation. Your life purpose becomes much clearer. You will know what you came here to do. You will know what you need to, and you will begin stepping into the work you were always meant to do. Another thing I'm seeing is that you are becoming the gardener of your own life. Instead of constantly surviving or reacting to life, you are consciously choosing what stays and what needs to go. You are pulling out the weeds, planting healthier seeds, protecting your space, and creating an entirely different inner world than the one you inherited. You are no longer waiting for life to rescue you. You are becoming the person who cultivates your own happiness. I also see a divine masculine. So if you are a woman, if you listening are a woman, I see a divine masculine coming in for you. But if you're a man, I see your other half, divine feminine, coming in for you. Basically, it's a divine, I see a divine union. So there's someone coming in, someone who has also done the work, someone who is emotionally mature, someone who has gone through their own healing journey and stepped into their own purpose. For some of you, this may feel like what people call a twin flame or a sacred counterpart. So whether you're a man or a female, I see your twin flame. I see your twin flame coming in your life. I also sense this person is highly intuitive, spiritually aware, may even possess psychic abilities or a very strong telepathic connection. This person is also is done the work and is very spiritually evolved. But what stands out to me here is the timing, because some of you will only come into union after this healing process is complete, because this is a very high level spiritual connection. It simply cannot manifest while both people are still carrying dense emotional energy. It wouldn't survive. The healing both of you are doing is the key to this union. So what's coming next is purification, release, forgiveness, deeper self-love, the activation of your spiritual gifts that's coming through very strongly, a stronger connection with your purpose, and the completion of a cycle that has been asking you to grow for a very long time. So be gentle with yourself during this transition. It's not easy. Allow the old version of yourself to leave, because you're not the same person who first began this journey. But I honestly feel like you're going to look back one day and realize that this was a chapter where everything finally began to change. That's what I'm saying for you, pile number 1. Well, until next time, take care. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. And let's see what is coming next for you. So, as soon as I started shuffling your cards, I felt a moment of peace. And then, almost immediately, I felt confusion. I didn't know what it meant at first, but now, looking at everything together, it's starting to make sense. I also had 2 cards jump out while I was shuffling. And one of them was almost hidden underneath the other, like stuck. I almost missed it completely. It was stuck. So I feel that's symbolic, because many of you don't fully understand what's been keeping you stuck. You've been stuck for some time now, but you don't know exactly why. And there are hidden fears, unconscious patterns, old wounds, or even hidden motivations operating beneath the surface that you're only now beginning to become aware of. What's coming next for you is a major transformation. You are moving out of one chapter of your life into another. For some of you, this could be a new home, a new job, a new relationship, a move, or a completely different way of living. I feel like your outer world is about to catch up with the transformation that's already been happening within you. One thing that I notice about this pile is that it feels mature. I feel like many of you already walking a conscious spiritual path. You understand that healing is part of your journey, and you understand that you cannot take the old version of yourself into this next chapter. But understanding doesn't necessarily make it easier. I keep seeing that you are being asked to face whatever is still left to heal. Old fears, old emotional wounds, childhood trauma, and the shadow aspects of yourself. that you've been maybe avoiding for a long time. This is not happening because you are being punished, but because these are the very things that they've been keeping you stuck without you even fully realizing it. This is a process that requires a lot of courage. A lot of courage. The courage to keep taking the next step, to keep facing one fear after another, one trauma after another that needs one trauma after another that needs to be processed and released, even when your ego is screaming that is too much, too painful, or too scary. But I feel that you've reached a level of maturity where you are ready to face it all. You are ready. It's time. It's time. One thing that's coming through very strongly is that it almost feels like at a soul level, this decision was already made. It's like your soul already said yes to this transformation long before your human mind understood what was happening. Even when part of you wants to turn around or give up. I don't know, I honestly don't feel you can. Not because you're being forced, but because your soul won't let you. You are being asked to trust the process even when you don't fully understand where it's leading. I also see happiness, joy, and fun coming up. Okay, it's not only it's not only bleak. It's not only processing trauma. I see a lot of fun coming up for you. Yeah, I see you getting together with friends and family, celebrating something, going to a party, a barbecue, or even a picnic. I see some of you celebrating a promotion, an engagement, a wedding, or another, just, I don't know, a meaningful milestone. I also see planning around traveling, holiday, moving, or finally taking the first steps towards something you've been dreaming about for quite some time. I just see a lot of joy coming up. Yeah, exactly. I just don't another message that comes through very strongly is that I don't feel this pile is meant to stay in preparation mode forever. You are entering a period where planning becomes action, where dreaming becomes doing, and your manifestations start showing up. Okay, because this transformation you're going through is not just about healing, it's preparing you to finally step into your purpose work. You know, whatever kind of work you came here to do, whether that's helping people, teaching, healing, creating, starting a business, or following a completely different calling. I feel like your purpose is becoming much clearer now. There's a bit of a noise outside. I apologize. Yeah, definitely. You're going somewhere, traveling. Maybe getting a new bike. I said that. And getting new wheels. Okay. What also stands out to me is that, oh yeah, optimism and fear seems to exist side by side. Like, part of you is excited, while another part of you is terrified. Both feelings can exist at the same time, but I don't think fear is winning anymore. I think your higher self is slowly becoming louder than your fear. So, what's coming next is transformation, healing, facing what has been hidden, releasing what's been keeping you stuck, taking practical action towards the life you are meant to build, stepping closer to your purpose, and trusting that even when your mind is full of questions, your soul already knows the way. And that's what I'm seeing coming up for you, pile number 2. This is nice. Okay. So I wish you good luck, and I hope to talk to you soon. Bye bye. Hello, pile number 3. Let's see what's coming next for you. Okay, so when I was shuffling your cards, there was one card that jumped out. And for whatever reason, I decided to put it back into the deck instead of keeping it. And looking at the reading now, I understand what that was all about. I feel like some of you may already know what your intuition has been trying to tell you. But maybe you've been putting it aside because life has been demanding your attention, your energy somewhere else. One thing that I'm noticing in all of the piles is that the collective seems to be going through a huge purging cycle right now. The theme is similar, but each pile is expressing it differently. This pile feels like the creative souls, the visionaries, the leaders, the people who are being prepared for what's next. What's coming next feels heavy. I'm not gonna lie to you. It does. It feels heavy, but necessarily. And I also think that you are ready to go through this. Many of you are going through a period where old sadness and past wounds are finally coming to the surface. And I especially feel this around the heart chakra and the solar plexus. You're going through a major clearing, releasing, healing. I literally see many of you going through a dark night of the soul where you are forced to face your darkness. Everything that you repressed inside is coming to the surface to be released. Just like the previous piles, this reading also carries this stuck energy, stuck at home, stuck in a situation, stuck in a job that pays the bills but drains your soul. I feel when I am breathing, when I'm taking a deep breath, I feel physically like I am I feel physical pain even when I'm taking a deep breath around my heart chakra, but on the backside. So maybe some of you might experience this because it's going through a intense healing in the heart chakra, and most of the times it also feels physical. So I see you are being stuck in a job. Well, not all of you, but a job that pays the bills but drains your soul. And I honestly feel like many of you are only able to work on your real dreams, your creative projects, or your purpose work whenever you can squeeze a little time out of your day, or whenever you have a little bit energy left. You're surviving first and living your purpose second, and I feel many of you are exhausted because of it. You are sharing your energy in too many places. Okay, another thing that I see is that a part of you is still hiding. I don't necessarily see this as dishonesty. You're not trying to scam anyone. It feels like more like protection, self-protection, self-preservation, almost like you're still holding on to a version of yourself that no longer feels authentic, but for now it somehow help you survive in the world. The current circumstances of your life don't allow you to fully show yourself, your authentic self, and you keep certain parts of yourself private until the timing feels right. I don't think you are meant to hide forever. And actually, I feel like you want to reveal yourself. You want to step fully into your authentic self, but you're still stuck in a type of karmic situation. Maybe you are forced to work a job that you hate and pretend that you like. And that can create a lot of inner conflict, confusion, and this feeling of being oppressed, stuck, or exploited. I also don't feel like you are alone in this. I see a type of community around you. It could just be only in spirit. But for most of you, I see people that are on the same vibe as you. I see that you are finding your people. You are attracting your tribe. Some of you may have someone special visiting your home. Others may reconnect with friends or attend spiritual gatherings, workshop, classes, or communities where you finally feel understood. Being around similar people feels very important for this pile, and I agree. You become like the people you spend the most time with, so choose wisely. And you are. This pile carries a very spiritual and creative frequency. There is this leader energy. I honestly feel many of you came here to lead in some way. Well, not necessarily by standing on a stage, but just by living authentically and inspiring others to do the same. I feel like you're being prepared for something much bigger than you currently realize. And this whole healing process that you're going through is part of that preparation. I also feel like your intuition has been trying to guide you for quite some time. Not because you're ignoring it, but because life has demanded so much of your energy that you've had very little left to give to yourself. But I feel that's about to change. There may also be physical sensitivity during this time. Like I said, some of you could notice emotional stress showing up in your body, particularly around the stomach or digestion, back pain, neck pain, headaches, nauseous. Like, it's just all this emotional trauma energy moving in your body to come out, looking for the exit, is just being released. This journey has been going on for a very long time, but I honestly feel like you're almost at the finish line. You are much closer to the end of this chapter than you realize. So what's coming next is healing, release, honesty with yourself, allowing old grief to finally move through you, reconnecting with your creativity, finding your people, stepping closer to your purpose, and finally allowing your outer life to reflect who you've been becoming on the inside. Just be gentle with yourself and allow yourself to feel that emotional pain fully. Face it, face everything, don't fight it, don't release resistance, just flow, because I really see completion. This is probably the last it's been a long journey. Yeah, I think this you're coming to completion. So hang in there, okay? Yeah, it's gonna be a bit uncomfortable, but it's necessary to go through it. And freedom is worth it. Okay? So that's what I'm saying for you, pile number 3. I am wishing you the very best, and I hope to talk to you soon. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.